Welcome back to the channel. A few days ago, I uploaded a video titled La Palma landslide could cause tidal waves that scientists have been predicting for years. And if you haven't seen that video, I encourage you to go watch it. I think it was 3 days ago I uploaded that. But scientists have been talking about that for years. And if you don't know, they're talking about a volcano on La Palma Island off the coast of Spain in Africa, and how this island is just the southern tip of the island. Actually, it's a substantial amount of the island is hanging by a thread, and if it were to break free, I think they said it would travel the better part of a mile down the mountainside, down this landmass into the sea at like 200 some miles per hour for like a half mile, however long it needs to travel. Plenty of time to pick up speed. It'll probably get up to about 220 mile an hour and probably create a tidal wave that would hit every major continent in the Atlantic. And they're estimating 100 foot, 200 foot, 300 foot waves would hit the east coast of the United States. I mean, it would wipe out the Canary Islands, potentially. But if you haven't seen that video, just go back. I uploaded it 3 days ago. It explains the science and the scientific predictions behind that. But this guy, I found this is from the channel Minifish on BitChute, and he's explaining some of the anomalies right now, because now this island is erupting right now. There's all kinds of volcanic activity, eruptions, releasing of gas, all this stuff. And I'm going to preface with this: there is not all conspiracy theories are true. Okay, there's a lot of them floating around out there. There's a lot of misinformation, disinformation, and things that are put out there that we're bombarded with specifically to cause confusion. But sometimes you see things and you catch on to patterns, and there's just no other way. I mean, you just have to take notice and look at these things and see how strange they are. But I want you to look at how unnatural this is. This we're going to get a little conspiratorial today, but look how artificial this appears. I want you to listen to this guy's analysis of the earthquake activity around this island right now.
I simply found this incredibly interesting and worthy of sharing with you very quickly here. I want to show you a video game that was supposedly created some years ago, I think around 2012 or so, depicting a elitist plan to collapse the island of La Palma in the Canary Islands. You can't make this stuff up.
La Palma, una de las Islas Canarias, un paraíso para los turistas enamorados del sol. A nosotros esta isla nos fascina por otra razón, por el volcán de Cumbre Vieja.
Yeah, take note of that.
La frágil ladera occidental del volcán está repleta de grietas y fisuras por las que se filtra el agua. Ahora viene la parte interesante. Si colocamos diversas bombas en puntos minuciosamente calculados, las explosiones termonucleares nos permitirán calentar el agua y hacer que se evapore al instante. Si prestaste atención en clase de física, sabrás que la evaporación repentina del agua creará la presión necesaria para destruir la frágil ladera del...
Like he said, this is from a video game from 2012, and their method in this, and they show a lot of things in predictive programming. They'll talk about these things, these disasters that happen, and they'll be talking about them, and there'll be eerie similarities, years, months, or even years before, maybe even decades before. They'll be describing the disaster before it happens. Are they behind it? I'm gonna let you tell me what you think. Make your own conclusions, do your own research. I encourage that, but just their method here is evaporating the water underneath, destabilizing the rocks, and that's what's going to collapse it. But this is 2012. Maybe they've researched a different method, but just check this out.
El volcán y hacer que se derrumbe contra el agua. ¿Imaginas qué ocurrirá después? ¡Exacto! ¡Un tsunami! Olas de 200 metros de altura cruzarán el Atlántico a la velocidad de un avión. El tsunami arrasará la costa este de los Estados Unidos. Nueva York desaparecerá.
And lo and behold, we go here to the official European seismic website.
Let me just say really quick that it's dramatized. That's from a video game, and it's dramatized and dramatic and all that, but it doesn't discount the fact that they're talking about this. It's being pushed into the public's consciousness. This is part of what they do, I believe. And you can only push the coincidence thing so far, okay? How much coincidence does there have to be before you see a pattern, you know?
This is official, and we're looking at all the earthquakes for today. You see here, there's the 21st, all the way up. We go up the list, and there's a lot of them. Right up to the 23rd is the most recent earthquake. And we're going to go into La Palma Island. And you need to understand that this is not normal at all. This is the area of the volcano right here. This is the ridge that they have been talking about potentially falling off into the ocean for years. How on earth do you think that all of these hundreds of earthquakes going off happen to be in a perfect grid right along that ridge?
La frágil ladera occidental del volcán está repleta de grietas y fisuras por las que se filtra el agua. Ahora viene la parte interesante.
That is not normal, folks. I don't care what kind of
I would say unnatural, completely unnatural. When you see the earthquake activity anywhere else any other time, it's sporadic. You know, you have a little cluster of earthquakes here, you know, one randomly kind of out here and then a couple over here. You know, it's just random patterns. When you see a grid like this is just totally unnatural, and it's more than coincidence if you ask me. What else behind it? You know, do I know? I have no idea. But like I said, I leave that to you to make your own conclusions.
Software they're using, any excuse, it doesn't matter. This is not normal for these earthquakes to be in a perfect grid pattern right along that ridge, as if they're intentionally trying to sever off a piece of the island. Just saying. This is pure speculation, of course. You make your own decisions and do your own research. But I would be prepared for anything, because it's coming regardless of whether or not this island collapses or not. We're in it, folks. And you best develop a relationship with Jesus Christ, because he is the only victory through all of this. So, I thought I'd let you chew on that. I do pray you're all well. I sincerely and humbly do. I'll leave link.
Now this guy, I've since subscribed to this guy. I'm new on BitChute. Actually, there's a lot of interesting stuff on here, but like I said, like he said, come to your own conclusions. Maybe you're seeing something I don't. You know, I'm always open to being wrong, but I don't have a good feeling about this at all. I mean, I'm seeing this, like I said, watch my La Palma video that I put up a few days ago that goes into more detail about how it could possibly, how this event may possibly take place and what's going to happen after that. And there's some other kind of creepy details surrounding this, things going on in New York, and how this has been programmed into us that it's going to happen. It's just very strange, but I hope you enjoyed it. Just like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.